How do you know that you're a writer? Hi, I'm Rob Gibson. Welcome to WriterQuest. On this channel, we're going to follow my journey from aspiring author to fully published novelist. Make sure that you subscribe and ring that bell icon so that you get a notification every time I post a new video. I generally post every other Monday. In this video, we're going to talk about how I knew and how you can know that you're a writer. Most people, if you tell them that you're a writer, are going to assume that you've written a book or you've published a volume of poetry or, you've anything like that. But the truth is, being a writer is much simpler than that. Being a writer simply means that you write. You can write anything. You can be working on a book. You can write poems. You can be a blogger. You can be a songwriter and a lyricist. But what defines a writer is not what they write or how much they write or honestly even how well they write. What defines a writer is the fact that they write. So if you're writing something, congratulations, you're a writer. How do you know if you're a writer? Again, you write something. Doesn't have to be something that you might even intend to ever get published, but it's that feeling of you wake up in a day and as you're going through your day, you feel like there's something you need to write, whether it's a poem or maybe a blog post, something that you feel that you have something to say. You just get a feeling like, man, I need to write this down. And I'm not talking like grocery list kind of things. I'm like, I need to write this in a journal, in a diary. I need to make a novel like I'm doing. I need to write a poem, which I've done in the past as well. A writer writes, bottom line. And most people that I know that would call themselves writers write a wide variety of things. I've written songs. I've written poetry. I've written some short stories. I've tried blogging. I've done a lot of those things. I do a lot of journaling. I call them random thoughts because it's not regular and it's really only when I feel like I have a rant that I don't want to share with the world. But every few days or whatever, I just have to write. I have to sit down and I write something. I'm also a youth leader at our church, and every week I write the lesson that I'm going to teach the kids that I'm going to speak to. So I'm always writing, and I'm always finding a reason or finding a subject or a topic to write about. It's not always my novel. Now, more to the point of this channel, how did I know that I needed to write a novel? That one's a little more complicated. I knew I needed to write a novel after years and years of reading and having these ideas come into my head of, man, this would be a great story. And hey, I like where this author might have taken this, but what if the story was tweaked and was this kind of story instead? Not just like a alternate branch of that author's reality, but when you read something and it gives you that idea and it just grows. And I tried writing a lot of different things. As I said in one of my earlier videos, I've tried writing a crime thriller. I've tried writing I tried writing a couple of crime thrillers. I tried writing a adventure book, kind of in a Clive Cussler adventure kind of way. And honestly, that's a story that I may go back to. It was a lot of research and I liked it, but I got really deep in the research and not a lot in the writing. But I really still like that concept. I might go back to that story eventually. I've been a writer since I was in 5th grade. In fact, this right here is my first book. My 5th grade teacher wanted everyone to write a story and it didn't have to be long. As you can see, this one's, it might be 10 pages. But we wrote the story, and then she had the office or printing people at the district or the school, I don't know what, but they printed them for us. And it's a published book. It's fully bound with a kind of a twine and rope binding. I wrote all the words. I did all the illustrations, and I've always heard that your first book is not going to be very good, and I'm really glad I got this out of the way early because this is really not any good. Ever since this book in 5th grade, I have wanted to write a novel. Not like the great American novel that's going to win 8 million awards and be spoken about for 50 years. I don't think anybody ever sets out to write a book like that. I think they set out to write a book, and when they write something really good, those are the kind of books that are created. But that's not really a goal. It was never my goal, and it still is not my goal, and I don't think it'll ever be my goal. I wanted to tell a story that was fun for me, that would impact people. And I started working on different novels to do that. And when I found this fantasy novel through that D&D group I spoke about in an earlier video, and I found my story. So a writer writes. That's the gist of it. If you are writing something right now, whether it be a short story, a novel, a poem, a song, a blog, you're a writer. And that's what matters. Writers write. I'm Rob Gibson. This has been WriterQuest. Hi. Welcome to WriterQuest. I'm your host, Rob. Hi, welcome to WriterQuest. I'm Rob Gibson. Make sure you subscribe to this channel.